Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Jeray Pearson, and I am a life transformation strategist and health and weight loss coach. The first thing that we kind of think about in the wintertime, we start getting sicker in the wintertime, and the first thing that's sort of obvious is that vitamin D levels go down drastically when we have less sunlight time during the day. So our vitamin D starts decreasing pretty rapidly over, September, October, November. And so by December, we're pretty deficient in our vitamin D. So that is a thing. And I don't want to, I don't want to make light of the realness of vitamin D deficiency because in the Pacific Northwest, they say that 90 to 95% of the population has vitamin D deficiency over the winter. So shifting gears a little bit, we think about when we're getting out of the summer, what typically happens when summer comes to a close and, winter starts moving in and temperatures start getting a little bit colder, we don't have access to as much fresh produce, as much fresh fruits and vegetables as we, as we did in the summertime. So we start cutting down on our fruits and vegetables, not necessarily on purpose, just because they become less available and, harder to find in the grocery store and all of that. But, so there's a couple things that happen when we do this. We start reducing our amount of vegetables that we're eating and increasing that with other things that are typically processed, some type of processed foods. So, I'm talking like, all of the processed foods that break down our gut health. So processed sugars, we usually generally start increasing those as winter happens at the same time as decreasing the fruits and vegetables. And so our gut health starts to go down. And gut health is related to all autoimmunity and immunity issues in our body. So if your gut villi and your intestinal tract starts being broken down, you don't absorb the nutrients that you would regularly. So that is one thing that's happening. But I think even bigger than that is our lack of antioxidants. So we get our antioxidants from our fruits and veggies, and when we cut those out, we are bombarding our system with free radicals, essentially. So free radicals are going to be there regardless, because every time we breathe, this goes back to biology, cellular respiration. By breathing, we're creating free radicals in our body. A free radical is an unstable atom that needs an electron, and it takes those electrons from your cells or wherever it can get them from, but generally it's from your cells, and it causes your cells to destabilize. So and when a cell is destabilized is really when you're allowing illness to take charge of your cells. So without the fruits and vegetables, we're bombarded by our free radicals, and those free radicals are only mitigated by antioxidants. So the only way that you can, you can fix the amount of free radicals in your body, you can improve the amount of free radicals in your body so that you're not getting as sick, is to bombard those with your fruits and vegetables and your antioxidants. Having said that, so vitamin C. So vitamin C, we've known about vitamin C forever. It's our grandparents have been, telling us about it from the dawn of time. And so vitamin C is one of the antioxidants. So the reason vitamin C works so well on mitigating our illnesses is because it's antioxidants. Just like we also hear about elderberry syrup or palm juice or acai berry. Those are all really high in antioxidants. In the Pacific Northwest, we can also go to huckleberries. Huckleberries are higher in antioxidants than even acai berries or blueberries are. So if you have any of those in your freezer, you can even make syrup out of huckleberries for the flu season, just like you do with elderberry syrup. So it's not just the vitamin D, it's a mixture of all of these things. It's a mixture of our poor gut health because we don't have the, we're not putting the nutrients, we're not clean eating. We start, around October, before Halloween and everything in the United States, we start kind of allowing ourselves to have more sugar, or typically that's what happens. And then the holidays come around in November and December, and it's a lot of breads and glutens and processed foods that are known to cut down the villi in our gut and keep us from absorbing our nutrients the way that we're supposed to. So the best way to keep ourselves healthy over winter is to start being proactive in August and September. Instead of just thinking about vitamin supplementation, start thinking about continuing to eat the fresh fruits and veggies over the winter time. And I know we don't all can our own vegetables and whatever, but we can do our best. So I would, if you could just start increasing, and I say this for weight loss and for everything else, if you could just start increasing your fruits and vegetables, it's going to have a huge impact on your health. Because you will automatically stop eating the other, some of the other stuff that isn't as healthy for you. And it balances out your plate a little bit and makes it more doable. And of course, always focusing on the things that you can have instead of the things that you can't have is definitely going to make your whole process more successful as well. So if you are someone who says, I just don't like vegetables, then find ones that you do like. There's always, I deal with this with my youngest, who's a super picky eater, and he will spend years adamant that he hates something, and then all of a sudden he loves it because one of his friends had him try it or something, and it's the same with adults. We do the same thing. But if you go through the produce section of your grocery store and see things that you've never tried before, then you cannot tell me that you don't like vegetables, right? That's, we're just kind of going back to our childhood ways of stubbornness, right, with our eating. So kind of try and get out of that and start thinking about how you can. And if you have never juiced before, juicing has changed my life. It was one of the first things probably 5 or 6 years ago it was the first time I ever felt like a ton of energy from just fruits and vegetables. I should say vegetables because I only juice lemons in my in my greens. I don't do fruits. But if you are sick, I make my kids fresh apple juice. I do the juicing with apple juice and maybe some ginger in there, anyway, to get some antioxidants in them. And when you're sick and you don't want to eat, I can usually get something like that down them, so that helps. So, find tricks to get your vegetables in. Blueberries, huckleberries, any of the berries, acai berries. You can find cool little packs in the organic. Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher it. Sambucon. I can't remember what is it? Anyway, it's the acai berry. It's a company that sells all the acai berry stuff, and I have packs in my freezer to just do smoothies with if I feel like I need more antioxidants or my kids get sick or anything like that. I can have those. So if you need me for anything, you know where to reach me, and I will talk to you guys ASAP super soon. Bye.